Hey everyone, welcome back to another hardcore Minecraft video. Today, we're starting the video inside of our unfinished house. Very cool. In the previous episode, we didn't really do too much other than just kind of fiddle around with these walls. We've also decided that we need deep slate for our roof, and that means we gotta go back down into the cave. Because if we want deep slate, we gotta go digging for it. Like a dwarf. So, something that's been on my mind lately has been history teachers. They've always been my favorite. All throughout middle school and high school, every single time I had a history teacher or a social studies, they have just been my favorite. They're always so, they're always so cool. And I think the one that's been on my mind lately has been my 7th grade teacher specifically. I forget his name, but he was really cool, y'all. Like, look at me. He was really cool. So basically, it was a young guy. He looked like 25, which at the time, me being in like 7th grade, I thought, okay, that's decently old. That boy was fresh out of college, but he was still super cool regardless. Here, let's do something stupid. What do y'all think about that? Oh, this is scary. I should not do that next time. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm out of here. Ow. Alright, yoink. See ya. I actually want a little bit of this. Okay. If I'm not bad at the game, I can actually kill the skeleton. Fun facts. So, my history teacher, right? Oh, it's a bat. Okay, I saw something moving around over there. It was a bat. Yeah, so I don't remember his exact name, but so he was fresh out of college, but what he also, his way of teaching was really, really innovative, and I loved it. Every single lesson, I hung on every word, and we went over all sorts of stuff, like, yeah, we went over diamonds. This is my favorite lesson from him. I was learning about the diamonds in Minecraft. Okay, so I remember one of the things. Whoa! I just keep getting interrupted. No stories today, guys. Okay, so I don't know why there's 2 Endermen, but I need to be very careful to not make them upset. Because if I do, that will get very messy very quickly. But one of the things that he taught us, because it was American history, so we went over, like, the things, I forget the name, but like a production line at a factory where every single person did a step. And that already sounds like a horrible job of the exact same thing for 8 hours a day. Oh, more diamonds. The exact same thing, 8 hours a day. More than 8 hours, actually. It's called like an assembly line. Yeah, there we go. It's an assembly line. And what he did was he had us have an entire class, 1 hour, of doing colored butterflies. One person would get the sheet and cut it out, and then every other person would need to color in each part perfectly. He would find something wrong with about 90% of them and throw them away in front of us. He'd crumple it up and go, not good enough, throw it away. And by the end, we were getting really frustrated. Mind you, we've only been doing that for like an hour. Not even. Oh my god, it's my lucky day. Isn't that cool, y'all? That's so cool. Ow. Oh! I heard that second one on my right. This is getting very scary. Oh, yes, perfect. I needed a bow. I'm breaking. Alright, we got a bow. Okay, this is pretty perilous, guys. I should probably be paying more attention to my surroundings, but why do that when I can talk about stupid school stories? And something else that he did that we learned about. Am I hearing cave spiders? Yes, the cave spiders in the mine shaft. Okay. 5 diamonds. I don't think they have a way through. That's why I made a panic area back here, just in case I dip out of a bad situation. So there's another spider spawner over there. That one I'm not going to go near. Not for a while. But another thing that we talked about was trench warfare. This is my favorite lesson. We played dodgeball in class. We set up all of our desks to look like trenches, like barriers. And he gave us all a bunch of dodgeballs. If you got hit, you were out. And what it evolved into was every single person just waiting. Because if you popped up, because we had like these little cracks, so anytime someone stood up, you could immediately just pelt them. And they would have no idea where it would come from. And that was the entire point, was we really couldn't do anything. So it was just a stalemate the entire time. And of course, then at the end he went, okay, so you've all learned the lesson? And we all kind of nodded our heads. And they went, cool. Go crazy. And he just, he took away, like he just kicked all the desks over and just told us to just play dodgeball. And it was a good time. Okay, that scared me. My shield broke. Oh my god. I don't want to check out that way. Not yet. Mine shaft first. So, I remember another thing he taught us. Wait, what was it? We did assembly line. We did trenches. We did something else. I'm just blanking, like really hard. I don't know. I'll remember eventually. But he was also really easy to talk to and very easy to ask questions. Oh, I remember. So one day, we were sitting in class, and he went, "Who is against women's suffrage?" None of us have heard that word before, so we all assumed it meant suffering. Who is against women suffering? So, like everyone else, I raised my hand. We all raised our hands. And then he said, "Congratulations, you are all against women voting." And even the girls were laughing. And we were all just like, oh. And then he went on to explain Susan B. Anthony and all that stuff. If you don't know who that is, because you're... Ooh, that's... I don't like that. So many monsters, dude. This sucks. Okay, I actually really don't like that lava right there. So I'm going to get rid of that. Perfect. I need to remember I have to use my bow to keep me safe from creatures at a distance. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's turn this into a panic spot. Let's just take note of this in our heads. Of just, if I have to, back off over here. And block this. Yeah. That's good. Okay. My main thing is I need to look out for cave spider spawners and block them off immediately. Because until I get a bunch of honey or milk, I am not risking that. Okay, what is happening? This is cool. Some pumpkin seeds. I've been looking for these. Got a bunch of crap in my pockets. I'm not really sure what to get rid of. Let's get rid of... Let's get rid of the rotten flesh. I don't need that. I'd also like that minecart. Stitch this. Here we go. Yeah. Let me see here. But I remember one day I was sitting in class and oh my god. This is insane. That scared me. Okay. Hi guys. Gotta be more aware of my surroundings. I do not want to get snuck up on like that again. But one day I was sitting in class and I was just reading my book. And out of nowhere, I just see a bunch of people like sprinting past my desk to like the center of the room. And I didn't really care, so I just kept reading. And then eventually I look up and I see two girls are fighting. And I looked up and I was like, huh. And I kept on reading. And after a couple more minutes, I started, or not minutes, after a couple seconds, I heard like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I looked up. The teacher was trying to separate them by putting his like arms between them. And he was saying like, all right, all right, all right. Like, let's calm down. And they both stopped fighting. They looked at each other, looked at him, and they started fighting him and pushed him over backwards over a desk. And then once he fell on his back, he got hurt, by the way. Like, that hurt him. Then they kept fighting. So then, after a couple more seconds, security got there. Because we called for security, and they were nearby. So it worked out. And they broke up the girls, and then they checked that he was okay. Thank God my teacher was. Because like that could have been really bad for him. They genuinely just pushed him over. Oh god. Nope. I was trying to see if I could disable it in time. The answer is no. Oh. Whoa. I'm not even trying to find diamonds, but I'm just getting a nice amount of them. I like how I said I was going to try to take my time with progression. I genuinely am, guys. I'm not even mining for diamonds. I'm not looking for diamonds. I'm just checking this place out. Yeah, but that's not my only cool history teacher I've had. Another cool one I had was in 11th grade. And okay, I think he's one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of weird noises. Okay, this is safe. Is that a witch? That's a witch. Name tag. Also lapis. This is good. I am correct. That is a witch. Well, how about I ditch the... I don't really want to get rid of anything. I like all of this stuff. I don't need more micro. Yeah, okay. So I need to not engage with the witch, and I need to not engage with the cave spiders. The longer I'm in this mine shaft, the more I think I should leave. I hear a spider above me. Yeah, okay. It's just a normal one. How about over here? Okay. Sweet. But, my 11th grade history teacher. Hey, diamonds. His name was Mr. Rowe, and Mr. Rowe was super cool because I remember I was trying to start the chess club at my local high school because I was like, hey, is there a chess club? And apparently there wasn't, so alright, I guess I had to start one. So I went to go start the chess club, and in order to do it, you need a sponsor, so you need a teacher that would be like in charge of it. So I was just like, well, hey, I wonder if he'd want to do that, you know, because he's not my favorite teacher. And I go, hey, I'm trying to start a chess club, and I was just wondering like if you'd be interested in sponsoring it. And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? So like he never played a game of chess in his life, but then he became the chess coach, like teacher. We ended up teaching him some openings. Okay, that is like that is 7 creepers. I just counted. I am not doing with any of that. I am gone, dude. Like the wind. I'm out of here. Okay. So yeah, I remember that was like a whole thing. Was like he was the chess teacher, but he didn't know a thing about chess. So we ended up teaching him some openings. And for all of my chess players out there, we ended up naming an opening after him. I think it's called like the Ware opening, like W-A-R-E. But it was first move, A4. Again, if you don't play chess, you probably don't know what I mean. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys. Hang on, sit tight. Okay, so the move that we ended up, because we were trying to teach him how to do principled stuff, you know, where like you'd play this and then you'd play this, and then, you know, like this is standard chess, right? Simple stuff. But what he ended up doing is like his signature opening was A4. Now, I just, oh, okay, I never used this before. This is like a weird looking website. I don't know what's going on here. But this makes 0 sense. This is like one of the worst possible opening moves you can do. So we called it the row opening. So sometimes, if we were feeling a bit silly, we would play A4, A5 to start the game, and then we would just play normal chess. Like we just act like that didn't even happen. You know, like develop the bishops, develop the knights. Like we just like this is what we do, and you just have these 2 pawns on A4 and A5 doing absolutely nothing. And it was great. It was my favorite part. But with that brief little intermission aside, yeah, that was honestly so cool of him, at least in my opinion, was simply that he didn't know any chess at all. Absolutely nothing. But he still decided to just, yeah, sure, why not? I'll be the chess captain. And of course we provided all the boards and stuff. He didn't have to do anything. It was just because we needed an adult. So we just chose him. Or like sometimes, actually no, I shouldn't say that, because I don't think he's allowed to, technically speaking. No, he doesn't work there anymore. Who cares? If I get famous, high school, you don't know me. But sometimes he would just be like, hey guys, I gotta run. I gotta go to the store. So, you guys good? Yeah, we're good. Alright, you guys gonna, when are you shutting down? Like an hour from now. Alright, see you guys. Yeah, see ya. And he would just leave. And it was never an issue. The whole thing where it's like you need a sponsor, I understand why, but at the same time, we're high schoolers, okay? I mean, I really don't know what could happen. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, because some people at my high school were kind of crazy. If you're watching this and you know me in real life, you know what I'm talking about, right? My high school, there's all sorts of fun stuff happening there. Fights out the wazoo. I think there was, one time there was 17 fights in 4 days. 4 days. 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 17 fights. Unbelievable. And I remember because one of my teachers, my 11th grade math teacher, she functioned like a history teacher. She was so cool. She was on like the school board, so she could give us insider information. My favorite thing, she didn't talk to us like we were students. She talked to us as peers, right? We were peers. She had authority over us, of course, but she didn't talk down to us. And that was really cool. I appreciated that. A lot of others did too. But one thing that she did, actually I should not be throwing that away. I don't think this is enough deep slate, honestly. No, it's not. Okay, I should probably ditch. Okay, I know what I can get rid of. This can go and this can go. Yeah. There we go. But we'd always get insider information from her. And I remember one day, I found out that the 17 fights that happened in the 4 days, it was literally like a week before the school was supposed to get like a grant for like a bunch of money. So they had like, I can't remember if it was like a rule or if it was just they didn't want to look bad, but it was something about the fights. Too many fights equals no grant money. So the school board literally just up and went and straight up said there was not 17 fights. There was 2 fights and 17 quote. Actually, let me type this because it makes me mad. Physical altercations. Which, if you're living under a rock, that's the exact same as a fight. It's a synonym. It's the same. But they counted it as it wasn't a fight. They didn't count it as a fight. So it didn't count. Which, to me, that is the most idiotic thing ever. And you might be you might be saying, well, hey, isn't the grant money for the school a good thing? Yes, it is a good thing. I'm glad that you noticed, viewer. Hey, thanks. You should also like and subscribe for more cool stories. I'm stuttering a bunch. As I was saying, the grant money, in theory, was a good thing. But it didn't really go to anything except for a snack cart that went around a week after they got the grant. They got the grant money, and then there was a snack cart for teachers. Every teacher had a snack cart, and it came by, and they got like some free donuts and sodas and all that crap. I saw 0 improvement in anything. No new textbooks, no new chemistry equipment, no new laptops, nothing. It was just, nothing got upgraded. So where did the money go? To the snack cart? You're telling me that you're letting these kids fight for a snack cart? You done lost your mind. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. Even now that I'm saying this, like a couple of years later, I still can't believe it. And high school was just full of people looking to fight. They were just itching for a fight. You could bump into someone and they would try to fight you. That happened to me. I bumped into someone. I even said, sorry, my fault. And then he proceeded to choke me out by the back of my collar and drag me away. And he had a bunch of his friends try to come beat me up. I was able to get away, unharmed, thank God. But I remember even thinking in the moment, I was like, oh cool, it's my turn. It's my turn to be in the weekly fight. Not the weekly, the daily. It got to the point where there were so many fights. There were so many that they became an annoyance. I know a lot of people, like, they hear a fight's happening and they all run to go check it out. But it genuinely got to the point where I would hear, like, there's a fight on the way to my class, and I would just think, great, there's a detour. So I would have to just go take a different way. Because you're not getting through a fight, you're not getting through a crowd, you're not getting through any of that. So I ended up just having to take detours. It sucked. It was terrible. But I will say, something funny that the school did was fake fights. Fake fights. Now that was good stuff. There's this trend for a little bit where whenever there's a fight, you know how everyone like gets in a circle around the people fighting? Well, what if you had the circle and no one in the middle? So it turned into a thing where people would make a circle and be screaming like, oh yeah, hit him, oh my god. You have people like videoing and filming on their phones. And then whenever like the teachers and security would get there to break it up, there would be no one in the middle. And the second that they got there and saw that there was no one in the middle, everyone stopped cheering, stopped jumping, stopped videoing, went completely straight-faced, and then just started walking to class like nothing happened. And it was the funniest thing. It was really funny. I never did any of that personally, but it got so bad that the principal, after like 2 days, so it happened like 6 times in 2 days, and on day 3, morning announcements came on, and she went, alright, look, I don't know what it is with the fake fights, but y'all need to quit that. Stop that. And she was saying how if anyone from now on participates in a fake fight, you will get written up and you will get detention. So that kind of put an end to that. No more fake fights. It didn't stop the real fights though. There's still plenty of real fights. Which, again, like the first time or two, they were funny to watch. Because people fought over the dumbest stuff. Still do. But what really made me laugh and giggle and clap my hands like a toddler was specifically seeing one day my buddy, his name is Philip. If you're watching this, Philip, I think you know what story I'm about to tell. So one day we're eating lunch out in the courtyard, you know, me and all my friends, and Philip is over there getting his food. And maybe like 20 feet from us, there's 2 girls, and they're shouting, and they're getting louder and louder. So they're about to fight, and one of them sticks out her hand and starts saying, hit me, just over and over and over again. And they're just slowly getting closer to each other. And at this point, there's a good like 5 feet between them. And Philip, comedic timing. Look, if this is one of the girls right here, this is one, and this is another, they're arguing, and this one's sticking out her hand saying, hit me. He literally just walks by with his lunch tray, and he has pizza. He walks by and he just goes. He just took a bite of pizza while looking at them, walking directly between them, and they stopped immediately. They didn't start yelling at him. They just kind of stopped and realized it was stupid, and then they both walked away. He broke up a fight with pizza. I mean, I still don't understand how he pulled that off. And the funniest part is he sat down and we all looked at him like, dude, you just stopped the fight. And he was, what? No, I didn't. And then we told him, you walked between two people and they were about to fight. And he went, like, oh, seriously? I didn't even notice. Like, I was just getting my pizza, man. Like, oh my god. But, I think this should be enough deep slate. Oh, before we go, yeah, let's make some diamond stuff, guys. I'm thinking diamond leggings. What do you think about that? Or actually, no, let's do diamond. Let's do diamond boots. How much do we have? 5? Well, I want to keep 3 for a new pick and 2 for an enchantment table because we still haven't gotten one. Which we need leather. But that should mean I can also make a helmet. And now, oh yeah, I know about you guys, I'm looking sexy. I think this outfit looks way better than full diamond. You know, you have like some iron, like with the diamond. I think that's a better look. That's just me though. Personally, I'm a sucker for that kind of build. Let me see. We should go to sleep before too many monsters start spawning. I don't think that'd be good. Kind of be useless to have this house if we didn't use it, right? Yeah. There we go. I love this little bedroom right here. It's so nice, and we'll make it look even better. We'll get some glass. We might get some banners for like drapes. You know, I want to really make this place come to life. Now this video is, okay, we'll build the roof in the next one. We'll build the roof at the start of the next video. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I haven't been asking because I keep forgetting and I don't want to be tacky. But if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed my stupid stories about history teachers and high schools and fake fights, then just take a second to consider the subscribe button, right? I do notice every single one of you. Just a couple days ago, I had 14, and now I have 18. So I'm noticing, right? And if you're enjoying this video, then I don't know, recommend it to a friend or something. Now for today's challenge, let me think. Try to make a new recipe. Go make something good. Like, go try out that recipe you wanted to try online that you saw. You know, could be anything. Just something you saw recently and you're like, that looks good. Go make it. Right? And with that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Now get out of here.